And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Patriots nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check. Fresno. 8. Don't let him breathe.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. It's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing,
the 10-yard line.
Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up. Check 3, check 3.
And that'll set them back 5. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Singletary. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Jonathan Jones. Allen's pass intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Newton. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Newton on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Singletary to get the drive started. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, Singletary. John Simon in on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Singletary. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Bills field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Now a run with Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Stephon Gilmore.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bo Allen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. Hauschka's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50.
Oh, that's the
Still
way to
going
run it, boy.
inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from a special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. He finds an opening past the 40. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
2 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st down, Buffalo.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 9-yard line.
Now Allen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete to
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
It's a gain of a yard.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the gun, Allen. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
It's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Behind the chain, second and 13. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike's 49. Great. Express. 49 to Mike. Mike's 49.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for Dallas.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
The Bills' first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They will run with Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because
and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
46-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On first down, Newton. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Brings up third.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
5 at the Bills' 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
20.
Again, it's Michel. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Bills 20.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Complete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Newton on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete.
How you like me
And
now?
all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score Patriots 28, Bills 20.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down, Bills.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. 16 yards, a first down.
If
you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually... knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's second down and 10.
Here's second and 10. To throw again. Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Allen. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Allen, got to have this one. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on downs. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Great.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And I think the ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38.
Well, they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now it's Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Newton to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. And he locates Walker, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Intended for number 12.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton to Michelle on the screen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of 7 yards. It's
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. And he comes back with one complete.
Allen's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week, he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Singletary again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
And it's 3rd down.
Opening drive of overtime and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They go right back to Singletary. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Hauschka's kick is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First throw in overtime for Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Patriots, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.